Hey, I mean, I won't lie, it's getting harder. It's getting harder. It's getting tougher. Every day gets tougher. But the story of me, take two.
3, 2, here we go. Ready and...
Not all fairy tales have happy endings, even in Hollywood. Michael J. Fox, the beloved actor who brought Marty McFly to life in Back to the Future, is living proof. This video explores the remarkable journey of a star who rose to meteoric fame only to face a devastating diagnosis that continues to challenge him today. You see, Michael J. Fox's life has been one adventure after another from the very beginning. Born in Edmonton, Canada, Fox's family bounced around a lot because of his dad's work. They finally landed near Vancouver when his dad retired, but tragically, he passed away in 1990. Fox's passion for acting started young, landing him a starring role in the Canadian TV series Leo and Me at the age of 16. By 18, he was chasing his Hollywood dream in LA. Throughout the late 70s and early 80s, he hustled, guest starring on shows like The Love Boat and Lou Grant. These gigs gave him valuable experience and helped him get noticed in the industry. One of his early breakout roles was on the drama series Family, where he played a friend of the main characters. It showcased his acting chops, proving he could go beyond lighthearted comedies. Another major role was in Palmerstown, USA, a show set during the racially charged Great Depression. Here, Fox tackled serious subject matter, further solidifying his reputation as a talented young actor who could handle more than just comedic fluff. These early years were like laying bricks for his future Hollywood success story. Fast forward to 1988, Fox gets hitched and even moves back to Vancouver for a while. But then his big break arrives. A producer named Ronald Shedlow discovers him and casts him in an American TV movie called Letters from Frank. Now, here's where things get interesting. Originally credited as just Michael Fox, he found out there was already another actor with that name. In his autobiography, he talks about the hilarious struggle to pick a new stage name. Luckily, inspired by one of his favorite actors, Michael J. Pollard, he came up with the iconic Michael J. Fox. Sometimes he jokes the J stands for genuine or genius, but whatever it means, it became a permanent part of his legendary persona. But with fame came a dark side. As Fox's career took off, he fell into the trappings of celebrity life a bit too much. Imagine the pressure of living up to that public image all while playing these wild characters on screen. No wonder things got a little out of control for a while. Fox has talked about a period of self-destruction fueled by substance abuse. The turning point came when his wife, Tracy Pollan, found him passed out after a night of heavy drinking. This brutal wake-up call forced Fox to face the music. He saw how his addiction was hurting not just himself but also the people he cared about. Tracy's love and support were lifesavers. She believed in him even when he didn't believe in himself. That kick-started his recovery journey. Getting sober wasn't easy. There were stumbles and setbacks along the way. But Fox was determined to get his life back on track and fight his demons. Therapy became his weapon of choice. He dug deep, faced his inner struggles, and with sheer willpower, clawed his way back from the darkness. It wasn't just about overcoming addiction, it was about personal redemption. But just when he thought he'd conquered his biggest challenge, life threw him another surprise. Back in 1991, while filming Doc Hollywood, his body started giving some unexpected issues, a twitchy finger here, a sore shoulder there, nothing major, or so he thought. But then came the bombshell diagnosis, Parkinson's disease. The doctors laid it out. This could mean the end of his acting career in just a few short years. Parkinson's is a tricky one with causes that are still a bit of a mystery. It's a mix of genes and environment. Here's a weird fact. At least 4 other people from the cast and crew of Leo and Me, the show that started it all for Michael, also got early-onset Parkinson's. Not enough to be a scientific thing, but definitely interesting. Anyway, after the diagnosis, things went downhill fast. To cope, Michael turned to booze, a dangerous spiral. In his documentary, Still, a Michael J. Fox movie, he opened up about those first 7 years, denial, deep sadness. It was rough. He kept his condition hidden while still working on projects, but it wasn't easy. He relied on dopamine pills to manage the tremors and involuntary movements, but instead of using them properly, he mixed them with alcohol. It was a risky game. He'd time his meds perfectly to appear normal for work. These pills weren't for comfort, he said in the documentary. I just wanted to hide the symptoms. I became an expert at manipulating them to perform. This period shows the lengths Michael went to keep acting while battling this disease in secret. But something had to change. In the same year he decided to get sober, he also underwent a surgery called a thalamotomy. This is basically a fancy way of saying they zapped a part of his brain to help with the tremors from Parkinson's. It shows how committed he was to finding some relief. Even with all this effort, Parkinson's continued to affect him. He often needed a wheelchair to get around, a constant reminder of how the disease affected his body. But Michael's all about honesty. He doesn't ever shy away from reality. Sure, Parkinson's has dealt him a tough hand, but his spirit is never broken. He faced each day with a smile and a positive attitude, refusing to let this disease steal his zest for life. As he says himself, Parkinson's takes away control and independence, but he chooses to focus on making a difference. That's where the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's Research comes in. He's become a champion for this cause, raising awareness, securing funding, and pushing for a cure. He even talked about his medication struggles on NPR. Apparently, sometimes he takes a little too much, leading to involuntary movements called dyskinesia. Some people criticized his approach, but Michael explained his reasoning. He'd rather deal with that than the worst symptoms, especially during interviews. In a recent interview, he even thought about what might have caused his Parkinson's, from fishing near factories to teenage substance use during a time he thought the government was messing with crops. He explored every possibility, but in the end, he realized dwelling on what-ifs could drive you crazy. Interesting that a guy battling a neurological disorder is the one advocating for clear thinking, right? But speaking of defying expectations, even though Fox was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 1991, that didn't stop him from absolutely crushing it on screen for another decade. From 1996 to 2002, he starred in a hit show called Spin City. It was a hilarious look inside the crazy world of New York City government, and Michael played Deputy Mayor Mike Flaherty. Fox aced that role, even winning an Emmy and 3 Golden Globes. Things got real during season 3, though. Michael bravely opened up to the cast about his Parkinson's. By season 4, he knew it was time to step away from the regular grind. Actor Charlie Sheen took over his character, but Michael still made some guest appearances in the final season. Even with his health challenges, he couldn't stop acting for long. In 2004, after a break, Michael came back with a bang. He guest starred on 2 episodes of Scrubs, a hilarious medical dramedy created by the same guy behind Spin City. He played a surgeon with a serious case of OCD, proving he could still play any role. Michael's return to TV kept rolling. In 2006, he landed a powerful role on Boston Legal, playing a lung cancer patient. His performance was incredible, even earning an Emmy nomination. This just showed how much of a powerhouse he still was, Parkinson's or not. In 2009, Michael made another unforgettable appearance on the show Rescue Me. He absolutely nailed it, winning an Emmy for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Drama Series. After that incredible Emmy win for Rescue Me, he wasn't done yet. In 2010, he landed a recurring role on a show called The Good Wife. He played the super sharp lawyer named Lewis Canning, and his performance was so good he got nominated for an Emmy for 3 years in a row. Talk about a hit streak. But get this, in 2011 he showed up on Curb Your Enthusiasm playing himself as Larry David's neighbor. It was hilarious. Larry's character basically accused Michael of using his Parkinson's to get his way, all in good fun, of course. Michael totally rolled with it, proving he could laugh at himself and use his experiences in a clever way. He even came back for another quick cameo on the show in 2017. Over time, though, Parkinson's threw some tougher punches. By 2019, at the age of 60, Michael made the incredibly difficult decision to retire from acting. His voice was being affected by the disease, making it hard to do what he loved most. In a heartfelt statement, he opened up about his sadness over losing that ability to perform so effortlessly. But it's not just the physical performance that became a challenge. This disease was messing with his memory. As the Parkinson's disease got worse, Michael started dealing with the awful reality of forgetting things. Special moments, simple details, it all faded away. He's been really open about this, sharing the frustration and sadness of losing his memories. Remember how quick-witted he was, how he could learn lines like nobody's business. Now it's a struggle remembering lines, keeping up with new information. It's become super tough. Acting, something he once did effortlessly, is now a whole new challenge. But it's not just his career. This memory loss affects his everyday life. Simple things that used to be easy are now hurdles he has to jump over. It's a constant battle against a disease that's stealing his cherished memories. Facing such a challenge can leave anyone feeling lost, but Michael wasn't alone in this fight. His wife, Tracy Pollan, has remained his rock throughout this journey. They met way back in 1985 on the set of Family Ties, but it wasn't until a year later, while filming Bright Lights, Big City, that sparks flew. They started dating, and by 1988, they said "I do" at a beautiful ceremony in Vermont. Michael was 27, Tracy was 28, and their love story has only gotten stronger since. They've built a beautiful family together with 4 amazing kids. Their eldest son, Sam, came along in 1989, followed by twin daughters, Aquina and Skylar, in 1995, and their youngest daughter, Esme, completed their family in 2001. Michael always talks about how his family is his foundation, especially after his Parkinson's diagnosis. When he told Tracy, her reply was simple and powerful: "We'll deal with this, and we'll be okay." And she's been right by his side ever since. There were some crazy rumors floating around in the media this year that Michael and Tracy were getting divorced. Thankfully, those were totally false. They shut them down right away because their commitment to each other and their family is rock solid. They were surprised and disappointed by the whole thing, and they put out a statement together saying how much love, understanding, and humor have helped them through everything. Michael's family goes beyond Tracy and the kids, though. He's super close to his siblings, Karen, Jackie, and Steven. They've been there for him through thick and thin, and he cherishes that bond. His dedication to his family is matched by his dedication to important causes. Back in 2006, Fox made a bold move into the political scene by starring in a campaign ad for Claire McCaskill. At the time, she was the state auditor of Missouri and running for the U.S. Senate against the incumbent Jim Talent. The ad was particularly striking because Fox, who has Parkinson's disease, visibly showed the impact of his condition while voicing his support for embryonic stem cell research. In this ad, Fox talked about how much he cared about finding a cure for Parkinson's and how stem cell research could be the key. Voters in Missouri had a choice: Claire McCaskill, who supported this research, or Jim Talent, who wanted to shut it down. Fox made it clear in the ad that this election wasn't just about Missouri. He said, "They say all politics is local, but that's not always the case. What you do in Missouri matters to millions of Americans like me." The ad went viral, and everyone was talking about it. Newspapers called it one of the most powerful political ads ever, and it worked. Polls showed people were swayed by Fox's message, and McCaskill won the election. Of course, there was some controversy. Some people thought Fox was using his illness for political gain. But Fox didn't care. He saw this as his chance to speak up for millions with Parkinson's and to push for better health care for everyone. He kept talking about his struggles, the need for research funding, and better access to care. Fox has become a super important voice for people with Parkinson's. He's used his fame to get the word out, fight the stigma, and push for policies that fund research and help patients. It's no surprise everyone respects him for this. He's inspired tons of people to join the fight for a cure. Even with criticism and people watching his every move, Fox stays focused on his cause. He uses his celebrity status to shine a light on important issues. He's turned his own challenges into a powerful force for good, proving that tough times can actually turn you into a strong advocate. His work doesn't go unnoticed. Fox even landed a spot on Time magazine's 100 Most Influential People list in 2007. He's also done a lot of cool stuff to raise awareness. For example, in 2009, he appeared on Oprah with Dr. Oz to talk about Parkinson's, his book, his family, and even his own primetime special, Adventures of an Incurable Optimist. And the recognition kept coming. In 2010, he got an honorary doctorate in medicine from a prestigious university in Sweden and a couple more honorary doctorates from universities in Canada for his acting and his incredible Parkinson's advocacy work. Fun fact: Fox used to participate in police training simulations early in his career. Maybe that's why his foundation teamed up with Nike in 2016 to raise even more money for Parkinson's research. They held raffles and auctions in Hong Kong and London, raising $6.75 million. Seems like Fox can do just about anything, right? Well, believe it or not, Parkinson's disease hit him hard, and it took away a lot of those creative outlets he loved: playing guitar, dancing around like Marty McFly, even sketching, which used to be a way for him to chill and express himself. Parkinson's made those things way tougher. That could have shut him down completely, but Fox isn't one to give up. He found a new creative spark: writing. He poured his heart and soul into memoirs and essays, sharing his story and his fight with Parkinson's with the whole world. His first book, Lucky Man, is a wild ride from ignoring the disease for 7 years to starting his own foundation to help others, all the way to becoming an advocate for people with Parkinson's. Fox even got super real in the book. He talked about how he went off his meds before testifying to Congress, figuring an unmedicated performance would really drive home the seriousness of Parkinson's for people who didn't quite understand it. Talk about dedication. His second book, Always Looking Up, picks up the story and goes deep into his fight for stem cell research. So while Parkinson's may have taken away some of his physical abilities, it definitely hasn't stopped Michael from enjoying life. You see, Fox and his wife, Tracy Pollan, have a killer apartment in New York City. It's been their home for over 25 years, and it's got everything: Central Park views, a fireplace, even a fancy kitchen with all the latest gadgets. But that's not all. They've also got a gorgeous beach house in the Hamptons, complete with a pool, hot tub, and stunning ocean views. Talk about relaxation. They even have a place out in Long Island with a whole bunch of space, a pool, tennis court, and even a home theater. Oh, and what about the ranch in Montana? This 80-acre beauty is Fox's escape from the city. It's got mountains, forests, and a guest house, the perfect place to unwind. Fox isn't all about lounging around, though. This dude is a car fanatic. He loves restoring vintage cars and showing them off at events. He's got a real appreciation for their history and craftsmanship. But his biggest passion outside of acting might surprise you. It's philanthropy. Fox started the Michael J. Fox Foundation for Parkinson's research, and it's become the biggest one in the world. This guy is a real champion in the quest to find a cure. When he's not working on cars or Parkinson's research, you might find him on the golf course. He loves playing with friends and family, even though it's gotten a bit tougher with his health. But that's Fox. He finds a way to make it work. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, The Celebrity X Files, for more documentaries like this. Thank you for watching.